Good morning, guys. How are you all this morning? It's early, about 2 a.m. It's the first one I've done this early. I'm going to be getting started here in a little bit. I'm actually somewhere where I really don't go to very often. I went somewhere this past weekend that I haven't been to in probably close to 20 years. I went to Massachusetts, and I really don't go there very often. Went to a little small town called Westfield, Massachusetts. It's kind of in the middle of the state, kind of towards the south part. Real easy. I slept there on their property overnight, and it was an 8 a.m. delivery. Walked over at 6, and they were ready to take me, and within an hour and a half I was done and gone. I didn't even have time to really get a nap, which was fine and good. As of right now, I'm in New York, right outside of Albany, heading to right outside of Buffalo. Be in Buffalo in the morning. Got a 10 o'clock appointment. Load's going down to South Boston, Virginia, and then from South Boston, Virginia, I'm going to North Carolina. North Carolina's going to right outside of New Orleans. So got a little bit of a busy schedule here. I can't really say good things about the rates right now. It's not that Schneider's a bad company. I know a lot of people are trashing Schneider right now on the Facebook pages and stuff. I don't think it's Schneider's problem. It's just that the rates are garbage. I'm hearing and I'm reading. I'm doing a lot of studying. I'm doing a lot of research. And right now, there just really isn't any good places unless you've got something that is a dedicated account, something that's regularly, that you run every single week. That seems to be where you need to be at right now, is something dedicated or something specialized. I'm not really a specialized guy. I don't like doing hazmat, nor do I have a hazmat, nor do I want to get a hazmat. There's so many special things that go through with that. It's just not something I want to do. I am looking at another opportunity. I'm not saying that I will take it or won't take it, but I've got another opportunity that has come up. I'll know something here in the next couple of weeks if that's something that's going to work out. But as of right now, I'm kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of stuck. I won't say stuck, but I'm going to stay here to see how things, pan out. I'm not going to refer anybody here. It's not necessarily that I'm going to refer anybody to Schneider. It's just, I just, like a lot of YouTubers that are out there right now are doing the same thing. And it's something that I thought about today. Why would you refer somebody into a market? Well, number one, it's not great right now. And the second thing is, that's something that they can, blame it on you if something comes up. Well, you told me this, you told me that. Well, no, I didn't. I just gave you an opportunity and told you, what I thought about it. And not only that, it takes work away from the drivers that are here right now. So right now, I'm really not referring anybody to get into the trucking business, let alone coming into Schneider. I will tell you that Schneider does have a $6,000 sign-on bonus that's paid within a 6-month period, which kind of helps out. And between everything that's been going on, it's kind of helped me stay somewhat afloat with what's been going on with me. I will say there's an abundance of loads that I'm seeing on the board. The only problem that I'm seeing is they don't pay very well. And the ones that do pay very well aren't in the areas where you're at that particular time. It's really strange and really weird. I haven't really figured out this load board completely on how they do stuff, what time they post stuff. Of course, there's a lot of rumors and a lot of people saying that, this has happened, that's happened. But one thing that I can say, I've had a couple appointment times that have changed on me, and nobody's actually called and told me about it, which in turn made me late, and they would call me and ask me why I'm late. Well, I had no idea that the time changed. That's happened on 2 occasions since I've been here. And another thing, I was looking at loads today, and for some reason, some of the loads that I was looking at, they would disappear just as quick as I would look at them. I'd go back and try to find them, and they're gone. And these were loads that weren't even confirmed yet. So I don't know where they disappeared to. I went back trying to find them because I was going to put them in my favorites and try to pick them up. Load board's really finicky. They're telling, all the drivers, at least they did about a month ago, they're telling all the drivers, just hang out, wait a little bit. We have a new load board that's being, I guess the 2 load boards are being combined because Schneider has 2 load boards. One's calling all in revenue, which is what I am, where you see the price of what it is, you know exactly what you're making. It includes your fuel surcharge. Well, the other one's a percentage. You get, I believe it's 70% plus you get a fuel surcharge. But everybody that I've talked to said it don't matter which one you're on, they're both the same. And now I'm being told they're going to combine the two together and make it all in revenue, because that's the way they want it. Just like every company, they don't want you to know the total amount price. I'm not saying that Schneider's, taking money from anybody, but when they can regulate and they can control what they're paying the drivers, then it, when the rates do go down, they can massage it to where it's, in their benefit, because it doesn't matter. It's just like a casino. The house always wins, and they're always going to win. You just try to do the best you can and take the money that you can when you can. And that's all I'm doing, honestly. I'm just here to take as much money as I can away from, the bigger carriers and whatever, as quickly as possible as I can. And when the market turns around, then, hopefully I'll be in position to where, I can make my own decisions and decide where I want to go to. That's pretty much what's been going on for the last couple weeks. I know it's been 2 weeks since I posted a video. Everybody always said in my last video my face was real red. It doesn't look too red today, which is fine. I don't know why it was red, other than maybe it was hot. Here in New York, where I'm at right now, I think it's like 55 degrees, so it's a little colder, a little bit more chillier. Today it was 102 degrees. I saw on the dash. Now, again, I know it's probably 10 degrees hotter than what it actually was because of the truck dashboard and the sun, shining in to the thermometer on the truck. But still, 92 degrees. It was pretty hot. Guys, that's it. I mean, truck's running great. I'm averaging about 9.5 miles a gallon with all miles. Honestly, I've been taking a lot of heavy loads lately, and that's just, that's the way it is right now. I'm doing a lot of deadhead miles. I'm taking a lot of heavy loads, and honestly, I'm over 3,000 miles a week, and I'd say probably at least a good 300 to 500 of those miles are deadhead. Unfortunately, that's just the way the market is. And again, about these loads too, other than that, sometimes these loads are spread out. You'll pick a load up on a Monday, and what I'm seeing is the loads pick up on a Monday, and it's a 500-mile load, but it don't deliver till Friday or even the following Monday, which to me, I don't know why anybody would take a load and sit on it for more than a week, and it only pays you $1,500. I mean, granted, it pays over $2 to $3 a mile or whatever, but you're going to be sitting on that load for over a week. To me, that just doesn't make any sense. I don't even know why they even put those loads on there, or at least adjust the dates, have them deliver. I mean, 500 miles, you can drive that in a day. At the very most, a day and a half. I mean, for some of the lazier guys, because there are some lazy guys out there that don't want to drive. Speaking of which, I drove 625 miles yesterday, which really was a lot for me. I've been pumping the truck up to 65, 70, and that was pretty much with hardly any stops. That was running the full 11-hour clock out. I don't really do that very often, but I wanted to make sure this load was on time, and it did. It got there on time. Other than those two instances where the dates have changed, my on-time arrival has been 100%. Again, there was nothing I could do about it. The other night I had an issue with getting a lumper paid, which put me behind, and that's why I wanted to make sure this load was on time, because the load before this one was late getting picked up. Because of getting a hold. So here's the story. After hours, after like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, we go to like evening shift, and then we have a weekend shift. And when you try to get a hold of somebody, you call in and you got to punch the number in for driver, and then all the other numbers, and eventually you get to the point to where you leave a message and they call you back. And it could be 5 minutes, or like the other day, it was 2 hours. It was almost 2 hours before they called me back to get a lumper fee. So the whole time I'm just sitting there watching my clock run down, because I'd already burned through my 14-hour clock earlier in the afternoon just to get there, with other things that were going on from the previous delivery. Anyway, that's trucking. That's how it goes. You can never have everything 100%. As always, guys, I mean, any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. I got guys that email me all the time. that want to know this, want to know that. Oh, and another thing too, everybody always asks about Christensen Transportation. I'm going to talk to the guy at Christensen in the next couple of days, hopefully. I might put a video together. I'm going to try and get some education on that. If you guys want a video on Christensen, I'd be more than happy to go through it. Just to kind of answer some questions. Everything that I've said in the past about Christensen, to my knowledge, is still true. I've got a friend that works there, and he's not doing bad. He's staying steady. Hindsight's 2020. If things would have been different, I mean, who knows? I probably should have stayed where I'm at if I'd known, how things are going to be now. Not saying that I'm not happy with what I'm doing, because I love dispatching myself. I like knowing what I'm doing. But, if the situation was better, I probably should have stayed at Christensen. Everybody always asks me, why did you leave? Why did you leave? Well, it's not really that I left. I mean, I did leave. I probably should have stayed, but, it just wasn't what I wanted to do. And the money really wasn't where I wanted to be. And again, just like everything, a year ago, things were different. Just like today, things are back to, different again. It's worse today than it was a year ago. But, I think we're at the bottom of where we're at is where we're at. It sounds like I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for, but I think the worst is here. I think we're going to go up. I see positive things happening. Like I said, I do a lot of research. I listen to a lot of people on YouTube. I might be totally wrong. I'm hoping that I'm wrong, and I'm hoping things go back to normal. A lot of economists that are in the trucking business say this is normal. This is where it needs to be. And I don't agree with that. So get this. Another problem that I have, and again, I feel like I'm always complaining when I go on YouTube, but I've talked about this before, and I'm not trying to be, down on people that come from other countries and stuff. But one of the rules of having a CDL license is to be able to read, write, and speak English. At a truck stop earlier, getting ready to pull out, I walked up. I saw a guy circling, looking for a parking spot. I just got out of the shower, was putting my stuff in my truck. I walked over to him. I said, "Are you looking for a spot?" He said, "Huh?" I said, "Are you looking for a spot?" He says, "You speak English." It was of some type of maybe Russian, that area of descent. And he says, I don't speak English. And I'm like, "Excuse me?" He said, "I don't speak English." I'm like, all right. So I went on about my business. I mean, how can you do this job, drive down the street, look at road signs constantly, telling you what to do, how to do things? How does that work? Some states have the CDL test in many different languages. Why? I personally think the government is trying to fail everything. Not only just the dollar itself, but I think they're trying to fail the trucking industry, bringing people in, giving them this, giving them that, and giving them a CDL license, and they can't speak English. And at the same time, the DOT officers don't seem to really bother those guys either. And again, we all know the Chicago companies. I mean, they have people that are, on the other side of the world that dispatch to their drivers, and they take their money away from them. It's really strange and really weird time right now to be a truck driver. I haven't done this, I've done it for a long time, off and on, but it gets frustrating, and it definitely has changed just in the last 2 to 3 years, honestly. I don't think it was that bad. Just in the 2 or 3 years that I've gotten back into it, because I got back into it in 2020, right towards the end of COVID. I kind of missed the rush with COVID, getting into the owner-operator thing. I worked for a company, but I did work a little bit through COVID and stayed pretty busy, and then end up going to FedEx and working for FedEx Ground for a little while, a contractor that I worked for out of Wichita. That was, it was lucrative at the time. It made sense. And then, just like everything, right after COVID, when the government was giving away free money, freight started slowing down. And the thing is with FedEx, if they don't have people working in the warehouses to shuffle the packages around, guess what? They're not going to have loads for the drivers to haul and do things. Just like the problem that, and again, I don't think it's as bad as it was, say, a year ago. A year ago, I would go to places where they wouldn't have a late shift. You'd have to wait till the next morning to get, your load or whatever. And they didn't have people working in the warehouses. These are issues that every truck driver that is out here, they all know the situation that's going on. And to me, I just think the government's trying to fail it. They're failing on getting products out. These bridges that are collapsing because of barges hitting them. All the boats that were out in the water in California last year. This stuff is it's unprecedented. It's never really ever happened before, and it just seems like everything's happening all at once. Once again, I'm not trying to get into a political rant. We all know, what's going on. That's really all I have, guys. I just kind of wanted to touch base and let everybody know that I'm still here. I follow several YouTubers, and honestly, it seems like about a third of them that I follow have disappeared. They haven't put videos out in more than a month. And I just wanted you guys to know that, hey, I'm out here still fighting with you guys just like you all are. I'm not going anywhere. I know it's been 2 weeks. And again, it's not really that I haven't wanted to put a video out. It's just really nothing's really happened. Not really killing it, making money. I'm surviving, and that's really all I really wanted to do for the the first couple of months I was here. I'm surviving, but things are going to start stepping up, and I really feel that way. I'm looking at opportunities, looking at other things, and I'm at that 3-month mark now with the truck to where I can move it if I need to. With SFI. But again, we'll have to see what goes on. Things are crazy right now. And again, like I said, if you can find something that's dedicated, that's honestly where it's at. Hint, hint. That's where it's at. If you can find something dedicated, it's where you need to be. That's it, guys. I just want to let you know I'm still out here, still kicking it and moving around. That's about it. Any questions, like always, email me. Everybody have a good day, and I hope everything works out. I'll talk to you guys later.